Hello, we'll be talking about bacterial growth curve today. I am Dr. Madhu Sharma from Concepts in Microbiology. Now coming to the introduction, the bacteria they reproduce by binary fission, and the parent cell when divides it produces progeny. Okay, so one parent cell will produce two daughter cells. So the time which is required for the formation of two daughter cells from one parent cell is called as generation time, and this continuous cell divisions results into a logarithmic growth of the number of organisms. So for each organism there are different generation time. For example, Escherichia coli has a generation time of 20 minutes, tubercle bacilli has 20 hours, and lepra bacilli has 20 days. Now, if you see in the liquid or solid medium, what happens is in the liquid medium, the bacterial growth in the liquid medium stops after a few cell division, or it is arrested after a few cell division. Now, this occurs because there is depletion of the nutrients and also there is accumulation of the toxic products. This is called as batch cultures. But you can have continuous culture also, where you continuously keep on adding the nutrients or keep on adding the requirements for the bacteria. So the bacteria will keep on multiplying because they are getting a continuous supply of the nutrients. So this is called as continuous culture, and it is mainly used for the industrial purposes or for the research purposes. What happens in the host then? In the liquid medium, you have seen it is in the form of a batch culture, and you can convert it into a continuous culture. But in the host, the situation is always in between the batch culture and the continuous culture, because there is a continuous supply of nutrients in the host, but the organism also has to face the host defense mechanism. So it is in between. Now, how do you know that there is growth in the culture medium? So, what are the indications? So, in the liquid medium, the organism shows the growth in the form of diffuse growth, or there is turbidity, there is cloudiness, there is granularity, there is pellicle formation. So, all these are indications that the organism has grown in the liquid medium. Whereas on the solid medium, when the organisms they grow, they form the colonies, and each colony is the clone of cells which is obtained from a single parent. How can you do the bacterial count? Now you can count the number of organisms. Now one is that you can count the total number of organisms. This is called as total count. Now total count means you are counting the living as well as the dead organisms in the specimen, and this counting can be done under the microscope using a counting chamber, and you compare the growth with the standard opacity tubes. Second is you can go for the viable counts, means you count only the living cells. Okay, so these are the two counts which can be done. Now, what is bacterial growth curve? When an organism is inoculated into a suitable medium, the growth it follows a characteristic course. Okay, so when both viable and the total counts are done at different intervals and they are plotted in relation to time, a characteristic growth curve is obtained. Okay. Now, if you see in the liquid or solid medium, what happens is in the liquid medium, so this is the growth curve. You can see number of bacterial cells, they are plotted against the time, and these are the four phases which will appear in the growth curve of a bacterium. Now coming to the first phase, that is called as the lag phase. It is a phase of intense metabolic activity. When the bacteria are inoculated into fresh medium, the multiplication doesn't start immediately. It takes time. It takes time to adapt to the new environment. Okay, so this is a period between inoculation and beginning of multiplication. So here what the bacteria are doing, they are adapting themselves, so and they are preparing themselves for the growth. Okay, so they increase in the size and they increase in the metabolic activity. So that's why it is called as intense metabolic activity phase. Okay. Now the second phase is log phase. It is called as exponential growth phase. Here the multiplication is at maximum. The number of the organisms they also increase, but this is only for a very short duration, because what happens is there is exhaustion of the nutrients, there is accumulation of toxic products, and there is rise in the cell density also, as well there is decrease in the oxygen tension. So all these later on after some time leads to the stoppage of the growth. That's why the log phase is followed by a stationary phase, because of all the reasons I have told you. Here the exponential growth slows down because of the reasons of a depletion of nutrients and accumulation of toxic products. Number of viable cells, they remain constant here, and if you see, there is almost a balance between the bacterial reproduction and the bacterial deaths. So there is no more bacterial reproduction is occurring, and also the organism have started to die also. So there is almost a balance between the two. Stationary phase now is followed by the phase of decline. This is called as here what happens is rate of death exceeds the rate of reproduction, and number of viable cells, they decline. With the time the culture becomes sterile as all the cells, they die. So thank you so much. This is all about the growth curve. Follow me on my channel in Concepts in Microbiology. Bye bye.